Ladies and gentlemen, with me, if you will, a captivating landscape that lies not on the physical plane, but one that lies deep within our souls. It is a battlefield where the forces of doubt and belief engage in a fierce clash, where certainty and uncertainty grapple in an eternal wrestling match. This, my friends, is the realm of faith. A realm where we're constantly pulled between opposing directions, like a relentless tug of war. In this extraordinary arena, doubt emerges a formidable adversary, casting shadows of uncertainty upon the grounds of our beliefs, questioning the very foundations on which we build our understanding of the world. They challenge us to question the truth that we hold dear. They seek to unravel the tapestry of our convictions. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, fellow seekers of truth, I humbly introduce myself as Adrian Nkhoma. Today I have the privilege of standing before you to delve into this profound topic that resonates deep within the human experience. The battle, or the struggle if I may call it, has touched the lives of countless individuals. As I delved into this profound topic of faith, I was irresistibly captivated by the myriad facets of comprehension that constitute this exquisitely intricate puzzle. Have any of you ever marveled at the beauty of a mosaic making, the way each individual piece varies in shape, color, and texture? Doubt, with its piercing gaze, demands evidence. Today I want you to embark on a journey of contemplation as we explore the parallels between faith and the beauty of a mosaic making. You see, faith is not a monolithic entity. Instead, it's a tapestry woven from the myriad of the diverse pieces. Just like a mosaic, it's the harmonious fusion of these distinct elements that gives faith its true meaning and understanding. Imagine, if you will, a mosaic artist meticulously selecting each piece, counting all the differences between them, the varies in color, texture, and size. Together we shall traverse on this vast journey of knowledge and delve into the realm of faith, unearthing the very enigmatic paradoxes that lie within. Let us start with this wonderful concept that I refer to as the paradox of faith. I'd like you all to please close your eyes. As you close your eyes, envision a captivating puzzle before you. This puzzle, my friends, is no ordinary puzzle. It's a profound metaphor. It's a symbolic representation of the intricate pieces that make up our very own spiritual journey. Each piece of this puzzle holds within it a unique facet of our existence. Just as the puzzle pieces vary in shape, size, and color, so too do the aspects of our own spiritual journey differ from one another. Some pieces may represent moments of profound joy and connection, while others embody periods of deep sorrow and doubt. Each piece holds a story, a lesson, a part of our soul's evolution. You can all open your eyes. And as you begin to open your eyes, let us reflect on the significance of each piece. The moments of profound joy remind us of the happiness that faith can bring into our life. They represent the moments where our beliefs align quite well with our experiences. We feel a sense of purpose and connection to something greater than ourselves. Yet, at the same time, this puzzle contains pieces of sorrow and doubt. These moments represent times where our faith was challenged, where we were forced to grow. They represent moments where our beliefs were wrestled with the complexities of this world, questioning the very essence of our spiritual journey. But I need you all to remember that it is in this complex interplay of contrasting pieces that faith truly finds its depth and meaning. Let us embrace the paradoxes, the tensions, and all the questions that come above, because they're the threads that weave the tapestry of our faith. In our collective exploration, let us not only seek to find the perfect fit for each piece, but rather enjoy the beauty of the whole puzzle. I'd like to bring a question to you. Please raise your hand if any of you here believe in a higher power, whether that be a God or the universe. All right. Now, please raise your hands up in the air if you believe in the Christian God. Okay, you can drop your hands. For a while, I'd like us to examine an area of faith with quite a unique and personal connection to myself. I'd like to take a look at the paradoxes found within the Christian faith. It's a tradition filled with a rich diversity that encompasses a multitude of perspectives and beliefs. Within Christianity, we encounter a God who is benevolent and loving. He's all-powerful and all-knowing and perfect in every way. Yet at the same time, he allows for suffering to exist. I once heard the story of a 20-year-old man who asked one of his friends, "Why did God let my 6-year-old sister die from cancer?" And he followed this question up by asking, "And don't tell me that he's just going to make the best out of it." I mean, if we look at this, we see that he really did feel a sense of anger and sadness. But at the same time, he wanted to keep faith. Yet all of these things in his mind were creating conflict. I've heard of how this is some good and loving God who cares for us as if we're his own children. Yet, due to all the suffering we've come across in the world, we come to the conclusion that if there is a God, and that's a big if, then he's either some cruel God who looks down on us, not caring about all our feelings and all our suffering, or that he's a weak God who couldn't do anything even if he wanted to. Or the worst of them all, he's a callous God who has no feelings or emotions to anything that goes on earth. For most cases, people tend to battle with all these spiritual questions, not having the answers, and they let it bottle up. Yet others let all this anger and rebellion grow inside of them until they reach this point that they decide that they wouldn't want to side with a God like this anyways, so they turn their face on him. In either case, the reality is faith is destroyed. Now, the best answer or explanation I can try to provide you comes from God himself in the Bible, where he was questioned by this poor soul who was suffering. His name was Job. And according to God, the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil, and he still maintains his integrity, though you entice me against him to ruin him without any reason." Job had it all. He had a loving family, a loving wife, kids. He had all the public acclaim. Then one day, he lost it all. His wife, his kids, his loved ones, all dead. His workers, his health, his livelihood, all destroyed. He was even hit with a disease so disgusting that none of his friends could even fathom to look at him. And through all of this, I'd like to show you what was going on in his mind. After this, Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth. He said, "May the day of my birth perish, and the night that said a boy is conceived, that day may turn to darkness. May God above not care about it. May no light shine on it. May gloom and utter darkness claim it once more. May clouds settle over it. May blackness overwhelm it. That night, may thick darkness seize it. May it not be included among the days of the year, nor be entered in any of the months." Through this, we see and understand that Job really did hate everything that was going on in his life. He had the same questions and lack of faith that most of us feel. He had reached the point where he didn't even want to live anymore. And right now, I'd like to take a moment to show you what answer he actually received from God. Then the Lord spoke to Job out of the storm. He said, "Who is that obscures my plans without words, without knowledge? Brace yourself like a man. I will question you, and you shall answer me. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know." I mean, instead of providing Job out with a direct answer. God redirected the question back to this concept of faith with a series of unanswerable questions, as if to say, don't worry, I've got this. Although this seemingly might contradict everything I've said up until this point, I hope that by now you understand that faith might truly be this intricately beautiful puzzle, but at the same time, just because it's a puzzle doesn't mean that it has to be solved. There's a mystery within faith. It's trusting in the middle of ambiguity, clinging on to a glimpse of hope when everything seems to be crumbling down. That's what we're called to do by our faith in the midst of unanswerable questions and unspeakable suffering. When we learn to let go of everything, we open up. When we learn to let go, we learn to open up ourselves to a more profound experience of the divine and of life itself. We learn from the paradoxes of faith, whether that be Christianity or another tradition, that having faith isn't the same thing as having all the answers. It's about being brave in the face of adversity. It's about building inner fortitude when things go tough. It's a statement of faith that there is a supernatural being beyond our human knowledge, even whilst acknowledging our human limitations. The paradoxes you face within faith might at first glance seem to be contradictions, but I implore you all to take a deeper look, because it is in this deeper look that deeper truths are revealed. They serve as a gentle but firm reminder that our faith isn't some solid rock in the shifting sands of life. Belief and skepticism dance intricately in the center of our faith. And neither partner can dominate this dance. Our spiritual development benefits from both unwavering belief and healthy skepticism, and we tend to vacillate back and forth between the two. Now, I'd like you all to imagine yourself standing in a tightrope. Close your eyes for this imagination. I'd like you to envision yourself on this rope. On one side, you find human achievements within science, technology, and medicine, demonstrating our potential for progress in the power of the human intellect. And on the other side, I'd like you to imagine all the conflicts that come about, all the things that plague nations, such as disease and suffering. We see that the same human potential that drives advancements in technology and healthcare seems to falter in fostering peace and harmony. It raises the questions about our own ability to challenge and channel creativity, intelligence, and compassion towards a world that transcends violence. As you open your eyes now, I'd like you to see that the paradox here is actually inviting us to reflect on the nature of humanity. Eventually, we come to realize that all these tensions that are found in humanity show us that we are both capable of great good, yet sadly, great evil. We find out that faith in fellow humans is not meant to be faith in the perfect human. Rather, it's an acknowledgement of how far we've come and how far we still have to go to create peace and foster all these things in the world that we've established. It shows us that everyone around us is a work in progress, all capable for greatness, yet sadly capable of terrible evil. In the world full of the unknown, it really must be something great to hold on to certainty. But I'd like you to understand that holding on to certainty isn't all we need to do. We risk missing out on the amazing mysteries that we could discover on this journey of faith. We begin the journey from brokenness to wholeness when we let go of all these things and negotiate with the contradictions inside our beliefs. Once we learn to sit with the paradoxes and ambiguities we find within faith, we expand our capacity for empathy and our sense of compassion. Let's set off this journey together. Let's accept the complexities that we find within this journey of faith, praising their unique beauty and differences. For it is in this quest for knowledge that we find the true heart of faith, putting together a collection of desperate pieces, and when they come together, they create a breathtakingly beautiful mosaic piece. Thank you.